I don't know about you guys, but I think a good place to start is, where are we? What are we doing? As you know, the start of the week, I ended up in hospital with ASD burnout. So I thought this weekend, I don't have the kids, I went for a road trip. So join me as we venture out of the city to the country. Let's roll the tape. This video is sponsored by Dubby Energy. Go to dubbyenergy.com and use the code Spectrum10 to get 10% off your Dubby products. Now let's get on with the show. And of course, the link is in the bio. Go over and have a look. Hey guys, welcome back to Rolling with the Spectrum for our day out. Yes, it is a channel of autism awareness. As you know, at the start of the week, I think I've already said it, that I was in the emergency department getting treated for burnout. How that happens, your guess is as good as mine. But like I said, I like to sit back, relax, and do something to take my mind off looking after the kids. So I'm having a day to myself, and I went for a bit of a road trip 2 hours outside of Perth to a place called Norcia. So Norcia is a Saint Benedict monastery where they try to get people in the religion and make the town that it is today. But before I start, we'd always like to pay respects to the traditional owners of the land, and yeah, here we go. Going to start off with well, I don't actually know where I am, to be fair, but the signs say over here. There's a nice that's the hostel, so you can probably stay there for the night. I'm driving back later, so I think the best way to do it is just to go for a bit of a walk and a wander. $12 to get into the museum. So as I said today, we're up in Norcia, which is located 132 kilometres north of Perth along the Moore River. It's Australia's only monastic town, founded in 1846 by a Spanish Benedictine monk led by Dom Rosendo Salvador and Dom Joseph Serra. It was named after the Italian birthplace of Saint Benedict and grew into a unique remote European-style mission. A bit more on the traditional owners. The Yule people have cared for the land and Victoria Plains and the waterways for 1,000 years. Then the mission started by Spanish monks in 1846, naming the site New Norcia, a year later by Moore River. The shared works early years under Salvador informed farming, work alongside the local Yule people. But through strife and hardship, so institutional control by the late 19th and 20th centuries, the mission split into two segregated schools and orphanages. So the stolen generation, the government, political led many Indigenous children being forcibly removed and sent to New Norcia, erasing language, culture and strict institutional rules. The closure legacy for the mission finally closed in 1974 as the attitudes toward Aboriginal families and human rights changed. Still today, New Norcia operates as the only living monastic town, functioning primarily as a Benedictine religion, community and major cultural heritage and tourism destination, a spiritual retreat centre and a working agricultural property. So agriculturally speaking, it operates as a working farm and olive grove. The signature goods produce and sells traditional wood-fired bread, which I bought today, olive oil and abbey wines and ales, and that can be purchased from the local roadhouse, which I experienced. I also bought a nice bottle of port to take home with me and a few port glasses. So I'll give you a report on how the port tasted. So keep in mind this voiceover was done after the fact, whilst I was editing the video. So things I may have said during the video may or may not have been factual. Anything I do say and you want to query, put down in the comments and I'll get back to you with the correct answer. However, on a autistic level, it was great just to get out in the country and go to the museum and buy some stuff from the gift shop without being harassed by children and my mum. But mum got the wine glasses and half a bowl of port. So sit back, relax and try and enjoy the rest of my commentary and the video. And don't forget to like and subscribe. You know what to do. So by the magical art of editing, you'll know where we are, because I've told you as well. And you know what was in the building behind me. That's the art gallery, as it says on the wall there. So yeah, the town was founded in the late 1800s, and is what it is today. So main road, it used to be the main highway, but the highway's got, like all Australian country towns, the highway is now deep in the bush. So, but yeah, it's a very quiet and eerie type of place. The architecture though on some of these buildings is phenomenal. I'm trying not to swear on here because we are in a very religious town, and I'm trying to be respectful as I can. I do have a bit of a yobbo mouth at times, and I'll try and refrain myself from swearing. But yeah, there's a lot of paths and you know, old buildings, obviously for different reasons for the monastery. I think there's a 3-to-1 ratio they were saying in the museum for male to female monks. But the old mosque going on there, the road in. So, oh, this used to be an orphanage, there we go. So, and a school for Aboriginal girls under the patronage of St. Joseph's. So we are walking alongside St. Joseph's Orphanage. Obviously when the missions come in, they probably would have taken the Aboriginal kids from the communities and put them there, I guess. I don't know too much of the full history behind it, apart from what I just gave you in the photo montage of the gallery in the museum. So I'm not going to say too much about it in case it upsets people and triggers a few people. I don't want that. But yeah, I'm just here to enjoy being outside, to take my mind off the week that I've had. And yeah, bring a good video to you. So into the yard. Lovely big palm trees. Cook not walking in the video. Don't know if the camera picked him up then, little finch. So as we walk up here, reading the signs, we have the old college. No explanation of what a college is, but check out the architecture on them. Top of the church with the steeples, the cross, Mary in the middle. The place has got an eerie quietness to it as well. St. Gertrude's, that says. Don't know if the camera's picking that up for you. But yeah, the gardens look absolutely stunning. It is obviously midwinter in Western Australia, or coming to the end of winter, so the gardens probably don't look as good as what they would in a couple of months when everything starts to flower in the spring. But needless to say, it's she's pretty. But like I said, I'm just here for a wander to clear my mind, get rid of that stress of you know, the autistic burnout. Try a different way of videoing as well, do the more touristy thing. Try and get rid of my fear of talking in public around other people. People left some coins there. Oh, sorry. Don't know if you can see in the distance there's a basketball court. Just reminds me of Whoopi Goldberg in Sister Act when they play basketball. But yeah, I don't know if the camera's picking that architecture up for you, but it's beautiful. I might change to the camera, the phone, to zoom in on some of this stuff so you guys get a good feel of what the architecture is like around New Norcia. But yeah, here we go. Done the old switch to the phone so I can zoom in on the artwork on the balconies there. Probably do a touch up the paint and that. And like I said, the cross is up there. So this is the back end of the St. Gertrude's College, and there's the Sister Act basketball court. In my last YouTube video I done for you, I did promise you a bit of paranormal stuff, didn't I? So we'll make our way over to the cemetery. Ooh, what could happen there? Over there's a cemetery, old accommodation block. Actually, it's an administration building now. But like I say, we come here in full respects of the monks, traditional owners, and everyone who lives here now or works here. So let's have a look around again. Car coming. Like I said, this place is eerily quiet. There's a bit of traffic, probably more foot traffic than what there is road traffic, because these roads are very quiet. I think I'm the loudest person here at the moment, but yeah, there's a few. These trees obviously are for people who passed away here. There's a few flowers and plaques up there. But yeah, just where we just come from, the visitor centre, St. Gertrude's College. I don't even want to try and pronounce that one. But I won't walk on the grass. We'll go to the sign and see who everybody is. I don't even know if these colleges are still in use. I have to double check that. Here we go. So they're plots for New Norcia Cemetery. This out here is the forecourt, and they're the people relation to whose ashes or who's been buried near those trees and such. So I'll keep the GoPro down a little bit. I don't really want to flash it out in case I upset someone whose family's here at the moment. So the poor Indigenous folk get the simple crosses in there, and the monks obviously get the nicer stone heads for their grave and stuff. But it's got names of who's actually in what plot. I won't go through them all, but I'll just show you. So the names are here and there, and after each number correlates to what plot that they're in. So the people here, 2004. That's a creepy photo. But some of these go back a bit too. The old plot there. Yeah, like I said, no disrespect to the people in here. Just admiring the masonry work, essentially. And enjoying how old this place is. And I'm not going to walk through there. But yeah, like I was saying, the simple crosses here are for our Indigenous folk. There's people here, so I'm not going to go all the way in. Just out of respect. I keep saying that. How many times am I up to with the respect count? But yeah, 2018. Little Squizzy Taylor there. So 2018. I'll show you some of the sites up here. Got an old digger here as well. Just loving the old plots, they look so good. And heading at the back there, the monks who have passed away. And one lonesome. Head down the path again to the big fella up on his perch. Sorry, that was a bit of a dodgy shot. I was trying to get old mate's car in the picture. Let's look through here and zoom in on that college. The place is unreal. You know, this is something that has helped me with autism. The road trip, you know, stimming in the car, singing my head off to the songs on the radio. Obviously my playlist, so I know the words to everything. Sorry, the caravanners, all the grey nomads are off. Don't know if you've seen that. But yeah, it's very de-stressing, especially how quiet it is out here in the country. You know, and obviously want to improve on my YouTube channel, not just autism. Well, the basis of the channel is autism awareness. So if I'm out here wearing, you know, wrong with the spectrum stuff, then I think I'm sort of doing the right thing. Not trying to cross over into a travel vlog or anything. Also not trying to cross over into any other realm of YouTubing, like paranormal investigations and stuff. It does excite me. I do enjoy that stuff. But in saying that, I do like to get out to clear my head, to see things like this behind me, and let's check it out who he is. So it's a Spanish fellow, Rosendo Salvador, the founder of this place here. If we go up, that's his statue and his final burial place. Bishop Salvador, rest in peace, brother. Sorry, Helen, you'll just have to wait until you see this part of the video. No. You'll like where we are though. So moving into the other part of the college. I'm assuming that one was the girls. I didn't read the plaque. So yes, terrible, I know. But yeah, they must have their basketball up here in Norcia. It really does feel like I'm not meant to be here. But the place is so beautiful, so relaxing. I can understand now why they built out here. Don't necessarily agree with trying to, on the missionary side of things, bringing the Aboriginal people in. Yeah, that's a culture that's, to me, better left alone. But give us a history on the Aboriginal culture. There's not enough of it. People say there's too much, but there could be too much, I guess. But what I'm trying to say is the actual history behind it all has a dark cloud over it, and some people don't want to touch it. So no, it should be taught in depth, I think, in schools and per area of where each local Aboriginal people who live on the land actually, you know, they're each mob, I guess, live. But this is a cold, eerie part of the place here. It's like it hasn't been used for years. Look in the windows. You know, and I think the dark history on it needs to be taught a bit more as well, so we can appreciate both sides, or not appreciate, but know both sides of the story, and then let people make their own mind up. Does that make sense? I hope I'm not being rude and that, but have a look at this. Looks like a little outdoor church / assembly area. Just that typical West Australian red brick everywhere around here. And again, that architecture of the buildings is insane. They were built in the mid to late 1800s, and punching out stuff like that, it's to me, humans are amazing people, whether they're neurotypical or neurospacey. But yeah, this countryside, the air, being alone is the best part. I know they say a lot of autistic people enjoy being alone. Mate, 360. All alone, brother. I can be a dickhead out here. No one can tell or see. Apart from the people in the windows looking at me going, what the hell is this guy on about? But I just love the rustic look of that. You know, the dirt road. Oh. Don't know if you can see that, but that's the handball courts. Who would have thought that religion and handball would go hand in hand? Yes, pun intended. But this looks like a place I'm actually not meant to be. It looks like an actual cafeteria sort of area there of the building. Something's making a weird ass noise. I don't know, there's an actual washroom there, so I don't know if I'm actually in like a proper residence part. If I am, and you guys are watching, sorry. But to be fair, guys, I did spend $103 in the gift shop. Bought the port that the monks make, the bread. So I'd be breaking bread later and sharing. Look at that, the old super pump. Down there. What a big fuck off snake will come at me. Yeah. So yeah, people see what they think's angel numbers. You know, when you ask for a sign from your, here we go, going bloody all spiritual here. Or when you ask for a sign from your spirit guides, sort of thing, and you see 444, 222, or stuff like that. Well, I bought a book on that type of stuff, so could be a thing. Who we got here? But yeah, try to get out of this people's shot. Just try to get out of their shot. I don't want to ruin their photo. But yeah, that's the front of the building. Marcellian Company, Adelphius College. There you go. Apologies if I didn't pronounce that correctly. But yeah, have a look behind us. Beautiful old building. Like I said, I'm not sure if they're still in use, these buildings. I have to check with someone who actually lives and works here. But that looks like it's lived in at the moment. Bloody grass fields. So that behind me just there is an education centre. People have just gone in, so I might just give them a wide berth. Yeah. Hope we're not giving away too many secrets to the Russians. I didn't ruin your photo before, did I? I didn't ruin your photo before?
No.
Oh, cool. I seen you taking a photo, I was like, oh, get out the way.
No. Thanks.
So it's the Aboriginal name. People of the river, so the Aboriginals that would have been around. Where is it? No, so family members in the mob who have lived out here in Norcia itself. But yeah, look at that. Oh, we'll walk back out this way to where we came from. For our urban exploring friends out there in the community, some buildings there that look top notch to do it in. Up to you though. Go back down here. But if you do look up, the sky is clear. Check the road, look left, look right. Right, keep looking, yep, nothing coming. We're going a little barnyard down here. Don't know if you guys can see it on the camera. Or do we go to this little building here first? Walk along the tree line. Yeah, walk along the tree line and go and see what this little building, what this house is here. And we'll walk our way in there. Yeah, so that part of the building there was that what I just showed you with the European Space Satellite Centre. But I guess you can see why they use it. So clear and out here, literally there's no cloud in the sky at the moment. So these remains of stables and haylofts, so for the horses to eat and to live. See, even the horses have places to stay and live here. I gotta admit though, on the bloody olive trees like at the front of my house, yeah, what I was saying, the drive in, all the fields and stuff were started to bloom with the yellow canola. So the drive up here from Perth was awesome to look at too. Yeah, like I said, this whole trip has been awesome just to unwind and escape from everyday stresses, I guess. The best way to put it. Well, it's sort of dead foliage. It looks kind of creepy. There's a gas bottle in the house there, so I don't want to go into someone's house, but one of the stables and hay sheds. What I want to do too, because I'm swapping between camera and GoPro, I can sort of stand here and zoom in on what the house looks like, the old farmhouse. But it's one thing I do want to show you, which I do enjoy looking at too. The old Aussie wildlife, got the pink and grey galahs. Over there, just having a feed. We'll zoom back out. You know, you've just got the lovely white picket fence at the start here. It's just nothingness. Absolutely nothingness. You know, and after having that, late diagnosis of autism, you know, being in the 40s and stuff, you know, masking becomes a whole, your whole reality is just masking, and then you're sort of ripping off that mask piece by piece. And I thought you could see in here, clouded window, have a peek. Yeah, so yeah, ripping off that mask and trying to be myself, or who I'm meant to be, has been a mission in itself as well. So I don't know if the speaker's picking it up, but the blossoming, I think it's a paperbark or white gum tree. You can hear the bees. Oh, look at him, the old big boy at the back. I won't lie to you guys, when I do the editing later tonight when I get home, it's about a 2-hour drive back home to Rockingham. I will be trying some of that port, so you probably get some good edits and it'll just go downhill towards the end. So I'm apologising in advance, guys, if you see me now perfect and then see me blurred later. It's the blame the monks, blame the Catholic Church, it's all their fault. But have a look on the wall over here, beautiful little sundial image. You might have to zoom in or stop and pause the video for a bit. It's like they brought some trees over from Spain or Europe to sort of remind them of home as well, because there's a few olive trees getting around. Obviously in Rockingham, where I'm from, they use them as decorations, but I'm pretty sure by the looks of it, especially with that pine tree behind me, it's more of a reminder of home, I guess. So I suppose it's a way to lure people in it, to give them a little bit of home, a bit of hope, and people will follow. A bit like a YouTube video. But yeah, this looks like the working area of New Norcia, where the monks will make their bread, work off the land and stuff. So hello. Yeah, good, thanks. Yourself?
Yeah, great. Enjoying the sunshine again.
Oh, it's beautiful, yeah. Oh, wow. The old blacksmith shop. I wonder if it's still in use today. I don't think, yeah, the gate's there, so it says no entry. But you have a look at the back here, more sort of European type plants. It goes out to the farmland towards the new highway at the back there. And again, more olive trees. Getting attacked by the little birds. Why not? You're in the country. I don't want to go that way because I think down there is like I said, the working part of the monastery sort of town that we're in. So I go back up to the roadway, and I think there's a few more things that we can look at. I think the actual church itself is over there. Don't know what the rules are of the church. I did bring the drone. I don't know how I'll go flying it, but we'll see how we do. Might find a nice spot to film the canola fields or something on the way home. What I'll do, I'll get it set up ready to go. and maybe get the drone up and have a look. I don't know if any of you have been in the military or seen a military barracks, but that's what it reminds me of. Military style barracks sort of accommodation buildings. Got the old school parade grounds where they have their ceremonies and stuff, but yeah. I don't want to show you the people's caravans because people are actually living in their caravan, but beautiful setup for the old grey nomads. When I get enough money on YouTube I'll do the same, but yeah. Just behind me is the mission gates, and that was the guardhouse or something. I won't go there because there's a tour at the moment, but we're walking down to the, I think, the monastery itself and the church. So yeah, beautiful. So I don't know what this part is here, but I do now. So it's a rock of remembrance. So people, and zooming up, see it's the cross. God, you are the rock where I take refuge, my shield, my mighty help, my stronghold. So like I said before, it's a Saint Benedictine monastery church. Come over from, the first bishop was Spanish. Like I say, the mission was founded by Reverend Salvador. Radames man. It's the beautiful bell. I'll zoom in. I'll go out a little bit so you can see it. And the time's right. It's only just 12 o'clock here, midday. And like I said before, there's a lot of exotic looking plants, from the olive bushes to, I don't know what they are, but like I said, they would have brought them with them to experience that sort of home culture, I guess. Obviously to entice people to come from Europe to help start the mission. Yeah, look at that. Okay, so that's the Abbey. I don't know, guys, tell me what's better, the phone or the GoPro? I'm looking through both. I'm thinking the phone does better justice for the place. I've got my mic on now, so I don't have to talk too loud, but I don't want it to. Okay, so that's private there. But that's the Benedictine monastery walls just here. And obviously where the monks live. I'm not going to go poking my camera through there. But if you can read that, zoom in a bit and have a read. But yeah, like I said, I'm not going to poke the camera in, but I'll zoom in on the statue because it looks pretty cool. So that's Saint Benedictine, and that's the little facade. Looking up at the church. Now the tour went in there, so I'm assuming it's still a working church, so they probably will have services on Sunday. like I said, I haven't done much research. I sort of spur of the moment. Let's get out of Perth sort of day. Well, I don't have the kids. Nanny's got one, obviously. Look at that. The sunshine is absolutely amazing. It's just a near perfect day. But have a look at the stained glass windows. You're any conspiracy theories? The old Illuminati triangle. Yeah, Illuminati triangle, like what's his name? I've just entered the church at 12 o'clock. You can hear the bells ringing. Be respectful, take the hat off. I'll chuck the sunnies on top of my head. Daily masses, Sunday. When they say Pax, that translates into peace. So, names on the wall. Yeah. Like I said, there was a tour group in here before. Bandolier. If Sia was ever to write a song, it'd be about that. Yes, that was a joke. It's cordoned off this section here, so there's no entry past the old velvet rope. I'd zoom down the back there. The old Jesus on the cross, the poor bugger. The old pipe organ. How insane does that look? Zoom out a little bit. Bit of a stain on the cloth there, so I might want to clean that up, guys, before tomorrow. If anyone tells me what that symbol is in the comments, please do. Up here, he is a bit of a shady looking character. I felt like the biggest kid then, thinking I was going to get sprung doing something I shouldn't, but they were doing exactly the same thing. That sign. Or maybe Google it for us. I don't think they were on camera at all, but definitely not the Illuminati. It's the Father, Son, the Holy Spirit, so the Holy Trinity. So yeah, there you go. You learn something. God shining down on that bloody tree. There you go. Look at that. You could swear we are in the tropics here. Oh, look at him. Where is it? There it is. Oh, a little flower. Hey, buddy. Little jitty jitty. What do they call them? Oop, lost my focus. Got to see what this ruins is up here. A little bit of a track. Hopefully I won't get in trouble. But yeah, side of the chapel, church, so on. More exotic plants. But yeah, there's a nice little, I suppose the kids can do their nativity play on their Christmas time or something. The fields here, this place is freaking sensational. Like, you look at that, like you could swear that you're up in Broome or Karratha or one of those places. I'm not going to walk across the field, but I think I've got one more little place to check out before we go back to the car and grab some food. I don't know what time I got here, but it's just gone 12 o'clock now. I've got a few little spots to look at, and then I might go find some food. Might stop at the Bindoon Bakery, which isn't too far from here, just down the road. Good feed, if there's any pies left. But yeah, it's been a good sort of day out alone, soaking up the sunshine. Like, I keep saying it's just what I need. You know, a good walk out in the country, seeing some stuff. You know, obviously, like I said, burnout's real. I didn't think it was. You know, taking the mask off is real. The struggles, the I don't know, that it just changes your life after the diagnosis. I wouldn't say it's in a bad way either. I know I've said it a few times in a few videos, but you know, this is my first proper long video since coming back from a UK holiday. Hopefully put a little bit more time and effort into this one, and hopefully people will get to the end to raise, you know, the awareness that I need for autism and being late diagnosed autistic, you know, parent, adult with a autistic child. It's draining. One thing that really I can't get my head around since the diagnosis too is the whole body doubling from the daughter. I don't know why the little kid can't do stuff on her own. It's like I've read up on it. I know what it is. Do I actually understand it? No, because I don't do it. It's safety. I get it, and I should be blessed. I'll be saying that in a place like this too. I am blessed that she looks upon me for that resource. But it does take a lot out of me, especially working full time, trying to work from home, trying to navigate co-parenting with the ex-wife. I'm sure she's feeling it too. I think she's getting a bit of grief from her workplace. I've been there before. I know exactly what it's like. It's very draining. It's depressing. It's anxiety driven. You know, it's everything rolled into one. And having the daughter on top of that, plus a teenage daughter as well. You know, it's life's difficult. It's not all swings and roundabouts, but it's not, you know, roses and unicorns and such. You know, it's definitely takes its toll. I'm sure people out there will agree with what I'm saying in this. And you know, that's the whole reason I have made my website, so people can go become members, so we can all tune in, have a chat, have a talk. Chat and talk, same thing, you know what I mean? So just to know that you're not alone out there. There are other people in the same situation as yourself, as in myself. You know, on the spectrum, not on the spectrum, ADHD, all other mental health issues such as cyclothymic/bipolar, schizophrenia, you know, borderline personality disorder. It's all spectrumed, and it's all part of the mental illness stuff I want to raise awareness for, essentially. So it's not just autism. You know, that's the whole rolling on the spectrum. It doesn't matter what spectrum you're on. You know, you can roll with us, have a chat, DM me in the socials and stuff. Go on, check out the merch I'm about to put online too. That's a big one for me. Obviously what money I spend on the merch and what I get back will go into the channel. It's like a non-for-profit type setup, and we'll see, you know, where YouTube takes me as well. So hopefully to a little country town, not like this though, but with the people, I guess. But anyway, got one more thing to show you before we sort of call it a day. It's been a pretty long video, so if you have stuck with us, you know, consider liking and subscribing to the channel. and tell your friends, your family, your co-workers, unco-workers, tell everybody that we're trying to raise awareness for autism and all things mental health related. So let's have a look at the last few things of New Norcia, Western Australia. And we're rolling. That's the actual residence there for the monks. I guess you call them monks. I don't know if I'm able to walk up here, but I am anyway. Back held out quite well. So this is the Mission Cottages. So I guess this is where, what's it say? So a terrible fire approaching. Okay, so sort of fire coming. We've got a lot of Aboriginal history in this one. So again, paying our respects to the traditional owners of the area. And quite rightly, this should be theirs, not the Catholic Church. You know, if we're being real. I don't want to sound horrible, but you know, they were the first here. You know, it should be their, you know, beliefs should come before something that's from Europe, I guess. You know, saying that as a white man's bit probably, you know. But yeah, that's just my thought. Take a walk back to the car and just show you the sights. I'll cue the music. There's a sign down there for campsite too. So I don't know if it's free camping down there. There's a few caravans at the bottom. Little young magpie, probably a year old. So mum and dad probably won't have another one until next year. So chance of getting swooped probably minimal. It is starting to be swooping season, where idiots wear cable ties on their bike helmets. But they're pretty good, the magpies. Yes, they do hurt when they've been hit by them before. So not everything in Australia tries to kill you except for the birds. I don't know if there are more sites there. And headstones for people. Oh, that's the Abbey Church, right, so that's the monastery. Obviously monasteries for monks, which are male. I think what's it for nuns is Abbey in it. Well, I don't know if it's like a unisex sort of setup they got going on here. But we'll get our best Spaniard on, hey, into the hood with the monks. The M people. The sun is shining. Oh, that's where the naughty kids go. Please, sir, I want some more. As we walk past the orphanage. The sheep I took a picture of before. I'm just coming up now. We'll walk up to the hostel where we started, so finish in Stale. Not that I'm staying there tonight, that could be another video. The likes are killing me at the moment. It's only 4 or 5 likes. Like I said, I'm trying to build the channel, so get liking, get subscribing. 20 likes on the video, that's all I want. That's too much to ask for. There's the moss again. Just imagine yourself getting taken from your parents, you know, by the missionaries, and rocking up to that. A big building that you've never seen before in your life because you always lived off the land. And seeing that, kids must have been shitting themselves. You don't realise how much it affects people until you sort of put stuff in perspective. I'm not trying to get political or religious on people, but you got kids that just run around in the bush all day playing, learning, eating, surviving, getting picked up by a white European settler, not knowing what the hell they're saying to you, and rocking up to a big red brick building. I don't know, I have mixed emotions, feelings. Like I said, that's just my opinion. Doesn't mean anything. I don't mean any harm by it. Take it as you will. You can come at me in the comments. You don't have to come at me. I don't get comments anyway. But yeah, one more bit to look at. Oh my god. So yeah, if you're interested coming up here, it's a good place to come and visit, don't get me wrong. But like I said, it's that whole how you want to look into it, how you want to feel about it. Just don't be persuaded, I guess, by others. Use your own interpretation, use your own knowledge, background of as such. So yeah, that's just me, that's what I thought. Like I said, I'm here for an autistic video, not a travel video, and the walk out in the country, seeing something different, seeing some history, whether it's good history or bad history, it's history nonetheless. And quite frankly, it's an amazing place. So yeah, hats off to them in a sense as well, that they come out here, built all this shit away from Perth. Like, look at that. Like, to build the infrastructure that they built out here with not much really. Yeah, it's a feat in itself. And then yeah, that dark Aboriginal history behind it too, which sort of dampens their history a lot too, you know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, that's life. That's why it's called history, because it's happened. You can't change it. Looks like something from like the White House, waiting for, or Buckingham Palace even. New Norcia Hostel. Fuck, so I said neo something then, not neoclassic style hostel. A guest house for parents visiting students at St. Gertrude and Elphidelphius, whatever you call it. So I have to do a bit more research and history on it. Like I said, when I put hopefully I've given you a bit more history at the start, working backwards, because it's not edited yet. But when I edit the photos, I will try and put the monologue in there of the place, I guess. So yeah, I guess that's what I'm trying to say there, if that makes sense. I don't know, I'm new to this. I've been doing YouTube for 12 months. I've made inroads. I think the videos are getting better, longer, hopefully more enjoyable. But we're back at the bench where we started. I'm going to do my best Forrest Gump impression. Actually, I'm not. I'm just going to sit here and do the outro while the car behind me goes meow. But yeah, there's some big ants here, so lucky I got my good shoes on. I could walk all day in them shoes. But yeah, the like I said, the architecture, the place itself it's starting to liven up a bit now. I'm lucky got here a bit early. I think I got here about 10ish. So I've been here what, nearly 2.5 hours. Having a look at the place, talking to myself, people looking at me weird, especially the older people. But the older people are getting on the tube, so yeah, I can't really complain there. Anyway guys, I'm going to go home. I'm going to edit this video, drink my port that the monks made in my new port glasses. So like I say at the end of every video guys, peace, love and autism.